Good morning, Walsh students and staff. I'm Miss Elgin, and I have a special guest today.
Miss Settle.
All right, today is Thursday, December 17th, 2020. If you will stand and join us for the pledges, we'll begin with the U.S. pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. And now the Texas pledge. Honor the Texas flag. I pledge allegiance to thee, Texas, one state under God, one and indivisible. Continue standing for a moment of silence. Thank you. You may be seated. All right. Let's take a look at the lunch menu for today. Looks like we have cheese sticks with dip, cafe combo, celery and tomato cup, fresh fruit cup, and assorted milk choice. So delicious things in the cafeteria, it sure sounds like. Okay, I do not have the birthdays pulled up just yet, but in just a minute, Miss Settle is going to be reading the rest of the Grinch and how the Grinch stole Christmas. And while she's doing that, I'm going to find the birthdays that we're going to be celebrating. But before we do that, we want to go over all of the wonderful students who have been doing great things around Walsh Elementary. And so I just want to remind everybody that GREAT stands for growth mindset, responsibility, excellence, all means all, and togetherness. And so we have some students who have been demonstrating those things. We've got Luke Bentley in Miss Hanley's class showing us responsibility. Luke is always doing exactly what he's supposed to be doing even when no one is watching. He's very responsible, caring, and always gives 100%. Then we have John Ramos, and Miss Worcester says that he's demonstrating all means all. He included a friend in his group and helped him learn a new skill in PE. Next we have Bodie Brown. Miss Worcester says that he demonstrated all means all. He included a student in his group and helped the student learn a new skill. Very supportive. Next, we have Brenham Thornton, and Miss Howard said that Brenham was demonstrating growth mindset and responsibility. She is on fire. She's been taking responsibility for her work, taking time on her assignments, and has grown so much already this year. Next, we have Tula Reddy. Coach Morales says that Tula shows growth mindset and responsibility. Tula exhibits a growth mindset in any activity she participates in. She also is very responsible with her actions and keeps her classmates on task. Next, we have Cade Pruitt, and Coach Morales says that Cade demonstrates growth mindset and togetherness. Cade exhibits a fabulous growth mindset by taking on any new challenge that's presented to the class with the purpose of mastering the specific skill. Cade also does a tremendous job of keeping his team on track and helping them when needed. Next, we have Keaton Smith, and Miss Worcester says that he demonstrated all means all. He included a friend in his group in PE. Then we have Mallory, and Miss Worcester says Mallory Morgan was demonstrating all means all. A friend didn't have a group, and she encouraged him to join her group in PE. Next, we have Opal Kirkendall, and Miss Patterson said that Opal was demonstrating togetherness, creating a classroom environment where all students feel accepted and included. Opal will constantly ask her friends if they need help or guidance on how to solve a problem. And some of these haven't even received their certificates. They're coming around today. Next, we have Isla, I believe, in Miss Patterson's class showing responsibility. Each day, Isla is an amazing role model for other students in the classroom, engaged in class, the material we're learning, and enthusiastic about learning. Next, we have Mallory Morgan. Looks like a repeat. I think we've already got that one, so congratulations there. Next, we have Daniel Wesley in Miss Hatton's class showing responsibility. Daniel is a terrific example in class and can be counted on to go do the right thing even when no one is watching. Next, we have Caleb Watson, and Miss Reiser says that he's demonstrating a growth mindset. Caleb is always working hard to improve in all that he does. Next, we have Tatum Tolliver, and Miss Austin says that Tatum is the first one to volunteer to help a friend out no matter what is asked. Next, we have Ellis Carpenter, and Miss Verner says that Ellis was showing responsibility. Ellis showed responsibility when she chose to use some of her indoor recess time to finish work for the week. And then we have Carolina Luna, and Miss Verner says that she was demonstrating all means all. Carolina showed all means all when she helped a classmate with some of her missing assignments. She took the initiative to explain the directions and helped her. Now you might notice that we're not wearing our PJs for Polar Express Day, so we're going to tell you a little secret. We're doing our video on Wednesday. So when you see us today, Thursday, we're going to have PJs on because we're super excited about Polar Express Day. All right, Miss Settle is going to read the rest of How the Grinch Stole Christmas.
All right, boys and girls, I'm so excited to be here with you today to read this. Miss Eldridge just went over our Walsh Great Values, and as we're reading the rest of this, be thinking about which value could be represented at the end. All right, the Grinch had been caught by this tiny daughter who got out of bed for a cup of cold water. She stared at the Grinch and said, "Santa Claus, why? Why are you taking our Christmas tree? Why?" But you know, that old Grinch was so smart and so slick. He thought up a lie and he thought it up quick. "Why, my sweet little tot," the fake Santa Claus lied, "there's a light on this tree that won't light on one side. So I'm taking it home to my workshop, my dear. I'll fix it up there. Then I'll bring it back here." And his fib fooled the child. Then he patted her head and he got her a drink and he sent her to bed. And when Cindy Lou Who went to bed with her cup, he went to the chimney and stuffed the tree up. Oh, Grinch. Then the last thing he took was the log for their fire. Then he went up the chimney himself, the old liar. On their walls he left nothing but hooks and some wire. And the one speck of food that he left in the house was a crumb that was even too small for a mouse. Then he did the same thing to the other Who's houses, leaving crumbs much too small for the other Who's mouses. It was 1/4 dawn, all the Who's still abed, all the Who's still a snooze, when he packed up his sled, packed it up with their presents, the ribbon, the wrappings, the tags, and the tinsel, the trimmings, the trappings.
He took everything.
Everything. 3,000 feet up the side of Mount Crumpet, he rode with his load to the tip-top to dump it. Pooh-pooh to the Who's, he was grinchiously humming. They're finding out now that no Christmas is coming. They're just waking up, I know just what they'll do. Their mouths will hang open a minute or two. Then the Who's down in Whoville will all cry, boo-hoo.
Boo-hoo.
Should we want people to cry?
No.
No.
That's very mean.
It is. "That's a noise," grinned the Grinch, "that I simply must hear." So he paused, and the Grinch put his hand to his ear, and he did hear a sound rising over the snow. It started in low, then it started to grow. But the sound wasn't sad. Why, this sounded merry. It couldn't be so, but it was merry, very. He stared down at Whoville. The Grinch popped his eyes, then he shook. What he saw was a shocking surprise. Every Who down in Whoville, the tall and the small, was singing without any presents at all. He hadn't stopped Christmas from coming. It came. Somehow or other, it came just the same. then the Grinch, with his Grinch feet ice cold in the snow, stood puzzling and puzzling, how could it be so? It came without ribbons, it came without tags, it came without packages, boxes, or bags. And he puzzled 3 hours till his puzzler was sore. Then the Grinch thought of something he hadn't before. Maybe Christmas, he thought, doesn't come from a store. Maybe Christmas perhaps means a little bit more.
That's my favorite part.
Yeah, I love that part too. And what happened then? Well, in Whoville they say that the Grinch's small heart grew 3 sizes that day. And the minute his heart didn't feel quite so tight, he whizzed with his load through the bright morning light, and he brought back the toys and the food for the feast. And he himself, the Grinch, carved the roast beef. And so, boys and girls, can you think of one of our great values that you feel is represented there in How the Grinch Stole Christmas? I was kind of thinking that maybe togetherness
I think so.
was one of them. Because
Yes.
even though the Grinch took everything, they still found a way to come together and help each other to feel happy.
Yes.
And I think it's a good reminder that even when things do get tough, and we do have some big feelings, that we can all help each other through those things when we stick together.
Absolutely. Thank you for reading that today and reminding us.
Yes, it was a treat to be able to do this with y'all today.
Yes, I did find some birthdays. I wanted to make sure I came back to the birthdays. So today, and I'm going to do them all the way through the end of December. So today we have Jalen and Ruby, and then on the 18th, Lucas and Eli. On the 19th, Ryan. On the 20th, we have Alexandra, Sage, Logan, McKinley. On the 21st, we have Ion, Cassidy. On the 22nd, Mason. On the 24th, we have Frank. On the 25th, Christmas Day, we have Archer and Madeline. On the 26th, we have Hudson and Caden. On the 27th, we have Luke and James and Torrance. And then on the 28th, we have Matthew and Henry. On the 29th, we have Berkeley and Emma. On the 30th, we have Aaron and Anna. And on the 31st, we have Mox and Avery. We hope everybody has a wonderful, wonderful birthday. That sure is a lot of birthdays through the
That
month of
is.
December.
Happy birthday.
And we hope everybody has a wonderful break, and we will see you back on January 6th. Let's make it a great day.